So, welcome. So, who I am Rosie Bernardo, and I like to go by Coach Rosie Maslove. And the name of my company is Maslove. I am a dancer, singer, actress, and I have realized that I am here on earth to heal families. That's who I am. I want to ask you today to listen for a feeling. Don't listen to my words, listen for a feeling. I want to deactivate your mind and activate your heart. So, the first thing I'm going to do is read something beautiful. And I need my glasses. This is from the book, The Way of Mastery. I would ask that you close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep breath into the body and let it go. As the breath leaves the body, hold the thought that there is nothing worth holding on to any longer that keeps your peace and happiness at arm's length. Become committed, fully committed to the experience of happiness, even as you have been fully committed to unhappiness, limitation, and lack. Give your creator full permission to sweep the basement clean. There really is not anything down there worth defending or protecting. You are pure spirit, undefiled and unaffected by anything or anyone. You are given full power to choose and to create your experience as you would have it be. You are the creator of all that you see and experience. You are free always. Nothing impinges upon you but the thoughts you have chosen to hold onto within. Nothing imprisons you but your own perception of imprisonment. Take a deep breath into the body and let it go. And I'm going to add, we are nothing but love. So this is really an invitation, and my language that I found is more powerful than anything else is music. So the first thing I want to do is play a song for you that my brother Tony wrote, and I'm hoping that when I share the screen, you can hear the music. If you can't, please let me know right away, okay? You can close your eyes and listen. You can watch the video and listen. The video is a home video of my family on one of our beach trips. So it's kind of fun to watch it, but you don't have to. Just listen to the words and let the beauty of the music just wash over your heart. Okay? Okay. Can you hear it?
What's it all, what's it all, what's it all for? What's it all, what's it all, what's it all for? Something for you, for you, for you. It's all for you, for you. Who are you, who are you, who are you to me? see the hope for humanity, freedom I see, the change we all need, honey. What's it all, what's it all, what's it all for? What's it all, what's it all, what's it all for? What's it all for? What's it all for? What's it all for? It's all for you, for you, for you, for you. It's all for you.
Okay. Whew. So my invitation is to focus on this one phrase. Minds debate, hearts relate. What happens is that in relationships, we try to use the mind to tell us how to act in the relationship. That's not what the mind is for. The mind is really good at helping us pick which flight to book if we want to go to California. It's not so good at helping us figure out how to show up in a relationship, especially with our family. That's what the heart is for. So we have to let our heart lead when we're trying to figure out how to be in relationship with people. Our mind is going to tell us a million reasons why we shouldn't love that person. It's going to make up reasons and then have reasons upon reasons, the reason why that is true, right? Why you shouldn't go see someone, why you shouldn't call someone, why you shouldn't invite someone over, why you shouldn't allow someone in your life. And other people are doing the same thing. We can make millions of reasons, and we can even call other people and say, hey, this is what I think about this person. They did this to me. What do you think? And that person will agree with you. Now you have another reason not to do it, not to love. The thing is, all of us know that even if we're mad at someone about something, if we get the call that they're in the hospital because they were in a car accident, we are going to run. We're going to run there. Now, how do we, when that happens, we get that call, everything that we don't like about the person disappears. There is nothing that will keep us from showing up at the hospital. If the person is about to die and they are in a car accident, we're going to be there. So how do we create that urgency now without the accident having happened? How do we create that feeling of love for someone that's so overwhelming? There's nothing that could stop us from going to see them. And so that's what I want to create, is dropping all of the thought around that keeps us, all of those reasons we've made up to keep us from being the most loving person we can be, that's stopping us, that just dissolves, and we find a way to jump to that feeling without having a tragedy occur. Because we all know that people can die. And the last thing you want is to be mad at someone, not resolve it, and have that person pass away. Because it's really hard to undo that. It's almost impossible. So if we can create that feeling now without anything bad happening, and then in that feeling, we reach out to that person, So much can happen. That's beautiful. Um, I do believe that we are all connected. Because of that, I believe that the first relationship that's important is the relationship with ourselves. That is the key. First, I start with the relationship with myself. If I can get that good, that is the key to the relationship with others, the relationship to my partner, the relationship with my children, the relationship to my work, to my business, to my animals, to everything, to my home. We all have a relationship to our home as well. We forget about that. So it's always starting here in this heart right here. If I want to connect better with the people out there, I have to go in here and I have to create this solid and beautiful. It's going to come from me. So that's where we start, is in this relationship with ourselves. And what I found is that the power of language is so powerful. We have to start paying attention to it. What we're saying in our heads about ourselves, what we're saying about others, even if they never hear it. Especially what we're saying about others. I would say, people say behind their back. I say it's not behind their back, it's through their heart. When we're saying bad things about people or saying things that diminish people, and it's called gossip. So when we're speaking about someone and they're not present, it's gossip. And I have found that gossip destroys families. It destroys relationships. We have to be more careful with what we're speaking about others, because we're creating them in that language. What we're speaking about ourselves is we're creating ourselves. And instead of using our words to diminish people and to destroy people, use our words to breathe life into people. Use our words to breathe love into people. And what I've found is that a lot of times people haven't practiced that because they haven't heard beautiful things. So here are some things that you can say. I love you no matter what. There is nothing you could do or say that could ever make me stop loving you. I love you no matter what. You are beautiful. You are a gift. I love how you show up in the world. You are so good at that. How did you get so good at that? Like, these are things you can say to people that build them up. You surprise me. And here's my favorite. This is one of my favorites. This was spoken to me by my friend H.B. Barnum, who was Aretha Franklin's musical director, dear friend of mine. When I moved to Los Angeles, and I didn't know that many people, I invited him to come to a birthday dinner. And here he is, he's so busy. He's running around, but he came. He's a legend. And he's sitting with us, and he says to me, at the end, I said, thank you everyone for coming. It was like 4 people. And he said, there is no place I'd rather be than here with you today. I will never forget those words. Every time I'm with him, I feel welcome. Every time I call him, he answers. This man answers the phone. He literally answered the phone one time, and he said, Rosie, I'm about to get on stage with Aretha. Can I call you back? Think about that versus how many times we don't answer our phone. I literally have tried to call my siblings, and not one person picked up the phone. I called. didn't pick up. I called another person, didn't pick up. I called another person, they didn't pick up. I called another sibling, they didn't pick up. What are we doing? Pick up the phone. Simple, right? So knowing the language, using the language, even when that person is not there, what are we saying about them and speaking on them when they're not with us? One thing I also would like to share is that if you are seeing anyone in your family as an enemy, then you are not seeing them clearly. Your vision is blurred. We make up stories about people and then we believe they're true, and then we spread them around our families. And this is going back to the gossip. But we make up stories about people, we have experiences with people, and then we don't know how to let it go. We bring that past into every conversation with that person. It's like we're remembering them. But the thing is, we're not photographs. We're not fixed things. We are constantly changing. So just like the river, and this is from Osho, just like the river, we can't step into the same river twice. You will not meet the same person twice. It's impossible. Even right now, as we're sitting here, we're changing. Human beings change. We're not fixed. So anyone you think you know at this moment, you do not know them. You just think you do. And if you show up totally open, if you let everything you've experienced with them go, and you just show up right now and you want to meet the person of December 13th, 2022, that alone will change everything. The thing is that happens is when we go inside and we do all this change, then we go back and we're with our family and they're remembering us, and it's very, very strong memory of us. Sometimes it's so strong that we can't fight it. They create us to be the version they remember of us that may not be the most loving, empowered version of us, right? And so we just become that because it's easier. We just become that with them. And it feels horrible. But what we can do is when we let even that go and we're like, okay, I know that I'm different and I'm coming with love as an expression of love and understanding. It's okay if people don't trust it at first, because it takes time for people to accept the new version of us. It just takes time. And the cool thing that I've seen is that I get to create who I am, free of what anyone else thinks. No one can create me except for me. They can have an experience of me, but that's not who I am. That's just me through their lens, through their eyes. Only I get to create who I am. Only I know who I am. And it's just a beautiful, it's my creation. It's my job to create myself. And if you can get to the point where you become a little bit unshakable. So no matter what somebody says about you or to you or anything, you don't collapse. You can take it in and understand that it's not about you. And you can just calm. The idea of getting calmer when something like that happens, just calm, just a calmness about it. And this is not easy. This is not easy. I'm not saying this is easy at all. It's just another way to be, another way to move towards I think the second statement that I just want to make sure that I say that we can talk about, see what comes up for us is, and I know I've said this to you before, no one is worthy of my judgment and everyone is worthy of my love. These things are not hard to remember. They might be hard to live into, but they're not hard to remember. That's what I love about it. And it applies to everyone, including ourselves. So I'm not worthy of my own judgment either. My friend Gary, who's also a coach, he says something that I really love, which he says, I'm in love with all my creations. So if he doesn't want to be angry, but he goes over here and he's angry, he doesn't go into judgment and blame. He just forgives himself. I forgive myself for that creation, and I'm going to create something new. But I'm in love with all my creations. I'm in love with how I created this person who I think I don't get along with. I love that. I love it. I love it. It's such a different place to come from. I'm in love with who I am in this moment. All the parts of me. It's a beautiful place to sit in. And when we come from this place, like when we're in this feeling, and then, okay, so how do I say this? When I went through with my siblings recently and I took some time off, I decided that I wasn't going to come back into relationship with them until I felt an overwhelming feeling of love for them. Not a duty of love, an actual like wave of love through my body for them. I waited for that to come. And when it came, it was such a good feeling. And from that feeling is where I started to reach out to people. Not out of any duty or anything, just this love. I just wanted to see them. I wanted to just be with my sister. I wanted to talk to her. I couldn't stop wanting to be with her. So anything that you do to reach out to this person, make sure you're in that feeling first. If you're going to text them, go into that appreciation, gratitude for them first before you send the text. Be really aware of what emotion you're creating from. And before I end this part, I just want to give 2 tips that we can play with now too. One is just create an album on your phone of beautiful pictures of your family. And when you're in it, when your mind is in that swell of judgment of them, just look at it. I cannot stay in judgment of anyone by looking at their pictures. And it's great if you have an album, but just look at your pictures. Just scroll through them. You will be surprised at how much love you will feel just by looking at your pictures, just by scrolling through and seeing the actual faces of your family members. Snap you right out of it. The second thing is to create a playlist of songs that make you feel this feeling, that connect you to this loving part of yourself, that just, there's no judgment here. It's just total love. Like the song I just played for you, whatever lights you up that way, and jump to it on your phone. Just listen to it, put yourself into that feeling. And even today, when the feeling comes over you of love for someone, just reach out to them. And I want you to stay on the call, but as soon as it's over, reach out to them. If anyone is coming into your mind, that feeling of love for them, don't stop. Don't engage your mind. Just go and connect and see what you can create. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to stop the recording. I just want to say for anyone, I'm probably going to put this out for anyone that's watching. I would love to hear what you create with your family. I would love a picture of somebody If you're with someone, a picture of you together, please email me at rosie.bernardo@gmail or go to my website, rosiebernardo.com. Please get in touch with me. This is what I am here on this planet for. I would love to hear from you.